Hi guys! Today we're going to learn about the molecular weight. So in our previous video, natutunan natin yung tinatawag nating atomic weight. And naintindihan natin that we can find the atomic weight of every element using the periodic table. So as an example, ginamit natin itong sodium, kung saan nalaman natin that this number here represents the atomic weight of the element. Okay, so dahil alam na natin yung atomic weight, the good thing is that we can combine our knowledge of the atomic weight scale found in the periodic table with the information obtained from the formula of a compound. So ang ibig sabihin, if we know the formula of the compound and using the periodic table, makukuha din natin yung ating atomic weight, we can combine this information in order to determine yung weight ng ating compound. So, what are the example of these chemical formulas? Okay, so magbigay tayo ng example because we mentioned here if we know the formula of the compound. So, ito yung mga example ng chemical formulas. Alam na natin itong H2O, which means water, NH3, which means ammonia, CO2 is for carbon dioxide, and there will be more complicated chemical formulas like C6H6, which is benzene, C6H12O6, which is glucose, C4H10, which is butane. Okay, so you will be encountering a lot of these chemical formulas as we go on studying chemistry. Okay, so ano ba itong tinatawag nating formula weight or molecular weight? Now, you can calculate for the formula weight or molecular weight by considering the number of atoms in a formula unit of the compound and the atomic weights of the element. Okay, so iti-take note lang natin yung sinasabi ditong number of atoms na present dito sa ating formula unit ng compound and the atomic weights. Okay, so dalawa ang ating titignan para makuha natin yung tinatawag na formula weight or molecular weight. Formula weight is more general term since it can be used for atoms, ions, and compounds that exist as molecules or compounds that exist as formula unit. Pero the term molecular weight is very often used for any type of compound. So marami kayong makikitang references na mas ginagamit actually itong term na molecular weight instead of formula weight. Okay, so on this video and succeeding lecture videos natin, we will be using formula weight and molecular weight interchangeably no, sa ating mga terminologies. Okay, so sabi natin dito, you can calculate for the formula weight by considering the number of atoms na present sa ating formula ng compound and the atomic weight of the individual elements. Okay, so magbigay tayo ng example. So halimbawa, meron tayo ditong given na mga formula, no? Yung mga chemical formula natin, H2O, CaOH2, MgNO3, 2. So kailangan nating makalculate yung formula weight ng mga compounds nito, and we can do that by combining yung natutunan nating concept sa atomic weights, no? So, yung mga nakikita ninyong elements dito, pinrovide na namin yung details from the periodic table. So, hindi lang namin binigay sa inyo directly yung atomic weight natin, but ipinapakita natin sa inyo ngayon kung ano yung makikita ninyo exactly when you look on the periodic table para masanay na kayong gumamit ng periodic table. So, alam naman natin, itong mga numbers na nakikita natin on the upper left, yan yung ating atomic number. Okay? This is the symbol of the elements. And ito yung name of the elements, and yung mga numbers na to na nasa ilalim is yung tinatawag nating atomic weight. Okay, so sabi natin, you can get the molecular weight or the formula weight of a compound just by adding yung mga elements na nakikita natin. So, dalawa yung kailangan nating makuha, yung number of atoms and the atomic weight. So, simulan natin yung water. Okay, so for A, which is water. Okay, so first, let's determine kung ano-ano bang mga elements yung present sa atin dito. No? So, we have hydrogen, H, and we have oxygen. Okay, so now we need to determine the number of atoms na present, no? So, ilang atoms meron tayo ng hydrogen here? So, the symbol H represents the element hydrogen. Now, if you see a number dito sa ating subscript, that means you have to multiply kung ilang atom ang meron tayo dito sa ating element to the subscript. So, as you can see, we have here 2 atoms of hydrogen. At para naman sa ating oxygen, we only have 1 atom of oxygen. Alright, so using what we have learned in getting the atomic weight of our element, we can now multiply this to its atomic weight, no? So, multiplying our hydrogen to its atomic mass, you see that 1 atom of hydrogen has 1.008 atomic mass unit, right? So, we have here, for every 1 atom of hydrogen, we have 1.008 atomic mass unit. Okay? So, as you can see, our unit for atoms in hydrogen will be cancelled out because yung isa is nasa numerator at yung isa naman is nasa denominator, no? So, what we will have here is 2 times 1.008, which is equal to 2.016 atomic mass unit. And para naman sa ating oxygen, okay, so i-move lang natin ito kasi medyo masikip tayo, no? So, i-move lang natin yung ating oxygen sa baba ng konti para mas makapagsulat tayo ng maayos, ano? So, our oxygen, we only have 1 atom, katulad nung nabanggit natin kanina, no? Only 1 atom of oxygen. Now, using our periodic table, you can see the atomic mass, which is 15.999. So, every 1 atom of oxygen, we have 15.999 atomic mass unit of oxygen, diba? Alright, so, again, as you can see, yung unit natin na atom of oxygen will be cancelled out. And then, we're going to multiply 1 times 15.999, which is equal to 15.999 atomic mass unit. Okay? So, the molecular weight of our water is equal to, we just need to add itong mga values na nakuha natin dito, no? So, we have 2.016 plus 15.999 will be equal to 18.015 atomic mass unit. Okay, so kapag inad natin yan, yan na yung tinatawag nating molecular weight or the formula weight of our compound. So, this is equal to 18.015 atomic mass unit. So, this is our answer for our first requirement, which is for water. Okay, so proceed na tayo sa ating pangalawang example, which is CaOH2, no? So, for our B, we have CaOH2. Okay? Right. So, ngayon nakikita natin, meron na tayo ditong parenthesis. So, paano natin yan sasagutan ngayon? So, isulat muna natin, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, kung ano-ano ba yung mga involved na elements natin dito. Now, we have calcium, we have oxygen, and we have hydrogen. Okay? So, ilang atoms meron tayo ng calcium? So, isa lang, no? Kasi meron tayo ditong symbol ng calcium, Ca, and wala ka naman nakikitang subscript na number, no? So, that means we only have 1 atom of calcium. Okay? And then, for our oxygen, ilan yung ating atoms ng oxygen? So, as you can see, wala ka nakikitang subscript, no? So, that means we have only 1 oxygen here. But, kapag nasa loob siya ng ating parenthesis, kung ano man yung nasa loob ng ating parenthesis will be multiplied to the subscript na nasa labas ng parenthesis. So, if you have here oxygen of 1, so that means you will multiply that to 2. Okay, so in this case, we will have 1 times 2, so we have 2 atoms of oxygen. Similarly, sa ating hydrogen, wala ka rin nakikitang subscript dito sa loob. So that means you will just be multiplying 1 to 2. So 1 times 2 will be equal to 2 atoms of hydrogen. Okay? So now, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, we're going to multiply that to its atomic mass unit for every 1 atom ng ating element. So for calcium, we have 40.078. Now, 40.078 atomic mass unit for every 1 atom of calcium. Okay? So, we'll be canceling out itong ating unit. Atom of calcium and atom of calcium. So, that means for our calcium, we have 40.078 atomic mass unit. Okay? For oxygen, okay? So, yung ating atomic mass unit for atomic weight, for our oxygen, we have 15.999. So, 15.999 atomic mass unit for every 1 atom of oxygen. Again, yung unit natin as atom of oxygen will be cancelled out. So, ang magiging answer natin dito will be 15.999 times 2, which is 31.998. So, 31.998 atomic mass unit. Alright, so for hydrogen, ganun din ang gagawin natin. For every 1 atom of hydrogen, ano yung ating atomic weight ng ating hydrogen? We have 1.008, no? So, 1.008 atomic mass unit. Okay, so, again, our unit for atoms of hydrogen will be cancelled out. So, 2 times 1.008 is equal to 2.016 atomic mass unit. Okay, so nakuha na natin yung corresponding atomic mass unit ng bawat element natin. Ano? So, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, all we have to do is just to add lahat ng naging sagot natin. Ano? Okay, so we'll use our calculator para maipakita ko sa inyo how we are calculating it. We have 40.078 plus 31.998 plus 2.016, which is equal to 74.092 atomic mass unit. So, the molecular weight of our CaOH2 is equal to 74.092 atomic mass unit. So, this is our answer for our second requirement. Okay, so, ang pinapakita natin dito, no, is that kapag meron tayong mga element na nasa loob ng parenthesis, we're just going to multiply kung ilang atoms ang meron tayo dito to the subscript na nasa labas ng parenthesis, no? So, yung third problem natin will be very useful para mas ma-explain natin siya ng maliwanag, no? So, we have here MgNO3 2. Okay, so let us have that here for our third problem. Sorry, let me write that in orange. For our third problem, we have MgNO3 2. So, katulad ng ginawa natin nung una, no? Sulat muna natin kung ano bang mga elements meron tayo dito. We have magnesium, we have nitrogen, we have oxygen. No? Tatlong element ang meron tayo. Now, we need to determine ilan atoms meron tayo. So, for magnesium, wala tayong nakikitang subscript dito. So, it's understood that we only have 1 atom of magnesium. Okay? Now, for nitrogen, so, wala tayong nakikitang subscript na katabi ng ating nitrogen. So, it is understood that we have 1 in here. So, we're just going to multiply that sa subscript na nasa labas ng parenthesis. So, 1 times 2 will be equal to 2. So, we have here 2 atoms of nitrogen. Now, how about for oxygen? As you can see, meron tayong subscript dito na 3, no? Para sa oxygen. So that means we have 3 atoms of oxygen, ano? So, we need to consider that. Pero, nasa loob siya ng ating parenthesis, then that means we need to multiply itong subscript ng oxygen dito sa subscript na nasa labas ng ating parenthesis. Ano? So, we will have 3 times 2 will be equal to 6. So, we have 6 atoms of oxygen. So, ganun lang yan. Ano? Kung ano yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, yung subscript ng ating element, you just need to multiply that to the subscript na nasa labas ng ating parenthesis. Okay? So, now, using our periodic table, makukuha natin yung atomic mass or atomic weight ng ating element. For magnesium, as you can see, magnesium has an atomic weight of 24.3050, no? 24.3050 atomic mass unit for every 1 atom of magnesium. Okay? So, again, our unit for the atom of magnesium will be cancelled out. So, ang magiging answer natin dito will be 24.3050 atomic mass unit. Okay, now for our nitrogen, we need again to look at our periodic table. So, for every 1 atom of nitrogen, we have 14.007 atomic mass unit, no? So, 14.007 atomic mass unit for every 1 atom of nitrogen, ano? So, again, looking at this, makikita natin that our atom of nitrogen will be cancelled out, no? So, now we have 2 times 14.007 will be equal to 28.014 atomic mass unit. Right, so for oxygen, again, we'll look at our periodic table, no? For every 1 atom of oxygen, we have 15.999 atomic mass unit, no? So, 15.999 atomic mass unit for every 1 atom of oxygen, ano? So, again, our unit for atoms of oxygen will be cancelled out. So, now we need to multiply 15.999 to 6. Let's use our calculator. So, 6 times 15.999 will be equal to 95.994 atomic mass unit. So, if we add all of this, makukuha na natin yung formula weight ng ating MgNO3 2, no? So, let us add this now. So, we have 24.3050 plus 28.014 plus 95.994 will be equal to 148.313 atomic mass unit. So, therefore, our molecular weight of our MgNO3 will be equal to 148.313 atomic mass unit. So, this is our final answer here. Alright, so we already answered lahat ng requirement natin, ano, but you have to take note that once we reach stoichiometry, wala kayong makikita doon na unit na AMU or atomic mass unit when we are calculating for the number of moles or for the weight or mass of our element or our compounds. And katulad ng binanggit ko in our previous video about atomic weight, we will learn about this more kapag napag-aralan na natin yung concept of mole. But for now, we are going to apply yung sinabi ko last time, no, in our video about atomic weight, that yung nakikita natin ditong mga atomic weight is actually equal to the mass of our element for every mole. Okay, so this will be like 1.008 grams of hydrogen for every 1 mole of hydrogen. So, it will be similar dito sa mga elements natin dito. Now, we're going to use that now in order to express itong ating mga compounds in terms of grams for every 1 mole. Why are we doing that? Because we will be using this a lot sa lahat ng ating calculation. We will not be using the atomic mass unit na naan dito, no? So, once we discuss about the concept of mole, makikita natin that we can actually get the weight of our compound using itong tinatawag nating molecular weight or atomic weight ng ating mga elements or compounds, no? So, let us now try to do that dito sa ating problems, no? So, let us solve these problems, okay, kung saan pinahanap sa atin yung grams for every mole ng ating compound. So, unahin natin itong water, no? We will solve for water first. Okay, so hindi na natin iso-solve to in a detailed, no? Katulad ng ginawa natin dito, no? Inisa-isa natin yung bawat element. We're not going to do that because you have to do that only at the beginning, no? Sa pagtinuturo ko sa inyo kung paano nyo nakukuha yung molecular weight ng compounds. But when we start solving, you don't have to do or to proceed on that long procedure. At makikita ninyo that you will not be doing that kapag nag-advance na tayo sa chemistry. So, we have to use this shortcut para makuha natin yung molecular weight ng ating mga compounds, no? Let us start with water. So, we need to get the molecular weight of water. Okay, so first, how many atoms of hydrogen we have in here? So, as you can see, we have 2 atoms of hydrogen, no? So, we have 2 atoms of hydrogen, and then we're going to multiply that dito sa ating atomic weight ng hydrogen, which is 1.008. Okay, so 1.008 grams of hydrogen for every 1 mole of hydrogen. Okay, yan yung in-explain ko nakaraan sa ating video about atomic weight. Then plus, how many atoms of oxygen we have? We only have 1. Then multiply that sa ating atomic weight, which is 15.999 grams of oxygen for every 1 mole of oxygen, ano? Alright, so we just need to solve for that to get the molecular weight of water. Okay, so let us use our calculator, no, para makita ninyo how are we proceeding with the calculations. Okay, so we have 2 times 1.008 plus we have 1 times 15.999. This is equal to 18.015. So 18.015 grams of H2O. So as you can see, now this is the weight of water for every 1 mole of water. Okay? So this is how we use itong ating periodic table to get the molecular weight of our compound. Okay? So this will be very useful kapag na-explain na natin yung mole, no? Kaya lang, since in-explain natin yung molecular weight kasi or the formula weight, I don't want to leave our discussion with atomic mass unit, no? So I want to end this video in which talagang makukuha natin yung ginagamit natin in our calculation in the future. Okay? So next, ang kailangan natin kunin is yung CaOH2, no? So I'm sorry, this is inside the parenthesis. OH2, no? So yan ang sunod nating sasagutan. Okay, so the molecular weight of CaOH2 is equal to how many calcium or how many atoms of calcium do we have? It's only 1. Then what's the molecular weight of calcium? We have 40.078. So 40.078 grams of calcium for every 1 mole of calcium. Then plus, how many atoms of oxygen do we have? Only 1, but it is inside the parenthesis. So we need to multiply that to the subscript outside the parenthesis. So 1 times 2, we have 2, no? So 2 times the molecular weight of oxygen, which is, or atomic weight of oxygen, which is 15.999. So 15.999 grams of oxygen for every 1 mole of oxygen. Okay, then plus for our hydrogen. So how many atoms of hydrogen? 1 times 2 will be 2 times our atomic weight ng hydrogen, which is 1.008. So 1.008 grams of hydrogen per mole. Okay. Alright, so now we can solve for the molecular weight of CaOH2. Okay, so let us use again our calculator para makita natin how are we proceeding with the calculation. So we have 1 times 40.078 plus 2 times 15.999 plus 2 times 1.008. So this is equal to 74.092. 74.092 grams of CaOH2 per mole. Okay, so this is our final answer here. Okay, so next we're going to solve for the formula weight of MgNO3 2. No? So we have MgNO3 2. Okay, so tulad nung ginawa natin earlier, no? We're going to get the molecular weight of MgNO3 2. So our magnesium, how many atoms do we have for our magnesium? We only have 1 atom of magnesium. Then we're going to multiply that sa atomic weight ng magnesium, which is 24.3050. 24.3050 grams Mg per mole. Okay? Plus our nitrogen. So how many atoms of nitrogen we have? We have 1 inside the parenthesis times 2, which is outside the parenthesis. So we have 2. And the atomic weight of nitrogen is equal to 14.007. So we have 14.007 grams of nitrogen per mole. Then plus, for our oxygen, how many atoms of oxygen do we have? So 3 times 2 will be 6. Now multiply that to the atomic weight of oxygen, which is 15.999. No? So we have 15.999 grams of oxygen per mole. Okay, so now we have the molecular weight of our MgNO3 2, which is equal to, let's use our calculator again. Okay, so we have 1 times 24.3050 plus 2 times 14.007 plus 6 times 15.999, which is equal to 148.313. And this will be the grams of MgNO3 2 per mole. Okay, when we go to higher level of our discussion in chemistry, actually we need to be more specific here. If this is the grams of MgNO3 2, this will be per every gram mole. Okay, but since we are just starting to explain about the molecular weight, this will work for now, no? So this is our final answer in here. Okay, so this is how you get the molecular weight of a compound, and this will be really useful sa ating mga succeeding discussions. So this is all for now. Thank you very much and have a nice day. To watch more of our lecture videos about engineering and STEM subjects, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga videos na i-upload namin. We are regularly uploading tutorial videos in engineering, mathematics, chemistry, physics, at iba pang subject na magagamit ninyo sa inyong pagre-review. So, thank you very much sa patuloy ninyong pagsuporta sa enginerds.org.